to my channel. My name is Thanda Xaba. Welcome. I'm sitting outside and hopefully the wind won't interfere with the audio of the video. But I wanted to... I'm with Antle. Okay, baby, go and sit there. I'm coming just now, ne? Okay, baby. Yeah, there is it. I'm coming just now, baby. So guys, I'm with Antle, and I think there's something about her, like she follows me when I film, and I'm thinking maybe it's because when we first started she was the baby and I always had her when I was filming, so maybe she got used to that. It's okay, she can come in even if her sisters are not allowed to come in when I film, so I think that's why maybe she follows me. Today I wanted to do a video where we recap 2021's academic year. I'm a homeschooling mama with 5 kids. My twins they turned 7 last year, and last year they were doing grade 2, and Muge turned 5 and she was doing grade R. Wentle turned 3 and she was basically in preschool. Sia turned 1, she was not doing anything. I'm joking, but yeah, there wasn't anything formal for her. So I want to do this video and I want to be honest on this video. So this will be my very honest video. I want to share my wins with you guys and also what didn't go right in our academic year. Last year, okay, before I get into detail, right, I'll share with you what worked for us as a family, and then I'll also share with you what didn't work. I'll also share what we are keeping, like what we're not changing this year, and also what we are changing this year. It's very windy, but it's so nice sitting here, so I'm not sure if you guys can clearly hear me. I hope so. So I'll start with the boxed curriculum. Last year we used a boxed curriculum from Impact, and you guys know because I have a number of videos where I shared with you what was inside the box and even my review. If you haven't seen those videos, I'll link them down below. I'll link them down below in the description box. So we used the boxed curriculum for my grade 2 and for my grade R learners. It worked out well for the most part, especially for the twins, and you will see that if you go to the review video. And then for Muge, it was okay, but she was a bit advanced for it. So also I do detail that in the grade R review video. So if you're interested, please go check those videos out. And on those videos, like I gave you guys my honest review of the curriculum that we used. But overall, I think it worked well for us because I think I wanted that structure since I have lots of kids and lots of things that I do in my life. So I wanted some sort of like a guideline and something I know that even if I'm occupied, but the twins can go on with their work, and it's not like they'll really wait for me to prepare the next unit and so on. So that was, it worked for us. Another thing for my another thing for Antle, who was in preschool, what worked for her were the hands-on activities. It was a win. Initially she wasn't so interested in them, and then by the end of the year, not even by Antle, stop doing that. That's Antle. But by in few weeks since we started, she was enjoying them and she knew that was her work, and so the preschool activities worked really well with her. And I also noticed that they strengthened her muscles. You know, she could color for a longer period and she could color more on the picture, you know, that kind of thing, which is an achievement. And there are also lots of other things like concentration, and yeah, so that worked very well for our family, the hands-on activities. I have some hands-on activities or videos on my YouTube channel, and I also have a number of them on my TikTok. So if you don't follow me on TikTok, you can check out the link in the description box and then just follow me there. Another thing that worked was our family Bible study calendar. I don't even know what to call it, but I developed this Bible study calendar for my family, and it worked out beautifully. Like, I think one day I will share with you guys, if you guys are interested, how we studied the Bible and how we like all the activities and everything that we did in there. So that one worked so well for my kids, and I think they learned a lot. They don't know all the books of the Bible. They know some books of the Bible. It's nice that they now know the books of the Bible, and they know which books are in the Old Testament and which books are in the New Testament, of which I think is important to know. You can't be looking for Genesis in the New Testament. Like, no, you need to know at least that it's in the Old Testament, and we're about to find it. So that worked for us. Also, we started introducing Bible devotions, which was something new, because I always thought before then that my kids were, I don't know, maybe they were young, but last year we introduced them and they worked so well, especially with the older kids, like my twins and Muge as well, but especially my twins. They worked so well, and I really like them, because you just focus on one devotion, on one thing, and you learn about that thing, you pray about that thing. So it worked out beautiful for our family. Also, I allowed myself to follow their interests, and at first I wasn't sure how I was going to incorporate that with the boxed curriculum, because already there is a lot of work that they need to do. There's also assessments and portfolio work, so I didn't want to overwhelm them. So yeah, at first I was skeptical about that, but I think as we started the year, I just managed to incorporate their interest in our circle time. Like, I'm a big fan of circle time, and if you're not doing circle time, even if you're not homeschooling, please just introduce them to your family. It's like a platform and an opportunity for you as a parent to influence your child, to teach them certain things, and also to just read more or talk more or investigate more about whatever thing that they're interested in. So that worked very well for us, incorporating their interest in our circle time, and also incorporating that with our library books, because the library books, we change them now and again. So it's worked perfectly, to just keep on changing the books based on what they're interested in. Another thing that worked well was the extramural activities. Last year that they were doing, they enjoyed swimming. The aim was to just get them water safe, and they actually progressed. My older three actually progressed to learning to swim. They can swim, and I think that, to me, was like a blessing, because when I was at their age I couldn't swim. Okay, I'll now move on to the lemons. I'll move on to the things that I felt didn't work so well with our family. I'll start with the curriculum. For my grade R student, I think the curriculum didn't work so well with her, simply because she was an advanced grade R learner, if I may say. So, and we wanted her to do the box curriculum just to make sure that she was ready for grade 1, and even though we knew that she was advanced, so it ended up not working so well, but I still appreciated having the curriculum there, because she could practice some of the skills and some of the things in the curriculum. But we ended up having to introduce like grade 1 maths and introduce a number of things, but I do go in detail on the review video. So that's the first thing that I would like to mention. Also, she ended up doing 2 grade R's curriculum because of that, but I think maybe I can go in detail and just explain the situation. She has done a number of pre-K work before, and yeah, so for her it was a bit easy. So I would say it didn't really work so well with her. Another thing that didn't work for our family was the Bible course. I purchased a Bible course that came with the curriculum that we were using, and it didn't work for us. I think maybe it's because of how we are used to reading the Bible, and for that one I felt like I couldn't get the rhythm. Like, how is this thing, how is it adding up, We ended up using it by just picking different pages depending on what we're talking about, and then we're reading something from there and so on. But we're not like following it page by page, because the sequence of their stories maybe did not align so well with the family calendar that we have. The field trips, I think for the targets that I had, it actually failed. I failed to meet that target, so that didn't work so well for us. We didn't have as much field trips as we wanted to, and also there were restrictions. I remember at some point there were restrictions because of the pandemic, so that ended up like, nah, not working so well for us, and we're hoping to improve this year. Okay, so now I'm going to move on to the things that we are changing this year, and I'll just give you briefly the reasons why. We'll definitely change the Bible study. We're not going to take a course, a Bible study course. We will stick to the family calendar because we saw that works so well, and I don't know, it just makes sense to our family. Like, if you guys, like I said, if you guys are interested in that, I can do a separate thing because it's outside homeschool curriculum kind of thing. But faith, our faith is so important to us, me and my husband, and we want our kids as well to grow in knowing the Lord, and we want to answer even their questions that they might have about our Christian faith. So that's why we're gonna continue with the family calendar, and that's what we are changing. So we're not buying any formal Bible study curriculum. I also mentioned that for me it's important that the kids understand our faith, and they understand, the general things like the books of the Bible. They know which book is found in the Old Testament and which book is found in the New Testament. I'll tell you a story. Growing up in the church I went to, they used to just call anyone randomly, so, and then they will ask you to open a certain book. Imagine you're looking for revelations at the beginning of the Bible. Those kind of things that were so embarrassing. So it's forced you as a child to actually pay attention, and also to read your Bible. So I want my kids to know the Bible. There's actually a very nice video. I'll leave a link down below. It teaches kids about the books of the Bible, and it's like a song, and they love it so much, and it makes it so much easier for them to memorize just the books of the Bible, that these are the books of the Bible, the Old Testament, and these are the books of the Bible in the New Testament. Okay, so I'll leave the link to that video. It's a YouTube video. I'll leave a link of that video down below. We're still discussing the things that we are changing. So when it comes to my kids' homeschool curriculum, we're still going to keep the boxed curriculum approach. I think I like that. Somehow I like that as much as I don't like that, because I like adding my own things. So we'll stick to that, but it will not restrict us from adding our own things. If we feel like we need to buy a certain curriculum, maybe for English or maybe for maths, we're still gonna do that. But I think I love the box curriculum approach, because you have all the portfolios in there, the assessments. It just makes things a bit easier for you as a parent, I feel. So we'll skip that, but still incorporating different things. I will do a separate video of what maybe we are adding in detail, because I have 5 kids now, so whatever I'm adding, it won't be the same for all of them. But for the twins, I know I'm adding the maths, what you call that, online curriculum, teaching textbooks for maths, and they'll be doing it together with their box curriculum maths. So we'll just see how we're gonna make that work. And also I want to maximize the free apps like Khan Academy Kids. We used Khan Academy Kids last year, but I feel like there's still so much more that I can use it for my homeschool, because If you don't know, Khan Academy Kids is an educational app. They also have a website and they have a number of free printables. So I just want to maximize using that platform more. What I also like is that they have different, my kids will have different accounts, so they can click on their name and then they do the work that is appropriate for them. So that's nice. Our homeschool schedule, they say we are changing that. Last year we used to wake up very early because I was working outside home most of the time. I'm not gonna wake the kids up as early as last year, but we'll still start early, like maybe at 6, not like at 5. Just a long story. I'll have to do a separate video maybe of how we do our schedule, but that's the plan. That's what we're changing. They're gonna wake up a little bit later than they used to last year. Lastly, on what we are changing, we are changing the extracurricular activities that we're doing. We're still gonna keep swimming because they love swimming, but we want to focus more on creative arts like public speaking and drama and those kind of stuff, like using their bodies more, like stretch, what you call lessons or dance lessons. So that's what we want to incorporate in this year. So I just mentioned what we're changing. I'll just recap on what we are keeping now, and this is my last point. So the things that we are keeping the box curriculum, and for the reasons that I just told you guys, like, yeah. And also we are keeping the library books. We borrow library books from our local library and we return them after. They give you like a month and so on, but you can renew them. So that's what we are keeping. I do have a video on how I choose the books for our kids and all the different categories that we include in our library books, and because the library books are like something outside the curriculum, and you can be flexible, you can add whatever you really want to add. So I do have a separate video where I share in detail how we choose our books and what's inside our library books. So I'll leave the link to that video also down in the description box. We are keeping the circle time. Circle time is not going anywhere, guys. Even if my kids were to go back to school, we started doing circle time when they were still going to school. So we're keeping circle time. I love circle time because it's flexible. It's unlike the structured lessons for maths, for English, and this and that. So we're keeping circle time for all my kids. That's staying, okay? I love circle time, and I have a number of videos where I was showing you guys how we do it. Circle time can change any day, anytime, and I love that. But you do need to have a structure or maybe like a goal of what you want to achieve for the circle time. So I do have a number of videos. I'll also leave a link down below. If you guys are interested, you can watch that. Another thing we are keeping is our approach to learning, you know. I think I like that if something is too simple for a child, then we just make it challenging. And I saw that last year, especially with my correct art learner, that as soon as I saw that no, this is too easy for her and she was getting bored, then keep it challenging. And if it's too difficult for a child, then you keep it simple. There's a quote by Einstein that if you can't explain it simple enough, you don't understand it. It's something like that. I will write the quotes here, okay? But it basically says that if you can't explain something simple enough, then you don't fully understand it yourself. So keeping things simple is always the key. I love that. And keeping things a bit challenging for a child, if you know or if you feel that they already know the concept, great. They need to keep on learning. So we're keeping that approach. We are also keeping our hands-on activities. Like, guys, those are going nowhere. They're a lifesaver, and if you haven't introduced them, just start small. Just start with simple things. Your kids will love those things, and they will learn a lot. They will increase their concentration, and they will also practice some skills that maybe they already know, or they will learn new skills on how to do things, and they will explore. So what's new and exciting this year? We have a number of field trips, and I'm so excited. I really am excited about this, and we just want to be intentional about doing them and just making sure that they happen. And we just pray and hope that there won't be a lot of restrictions this year. You can only hope, right? So there'll be a lot of field trips, and I'm excited for my kids, I'm excited for myself. Also, we'll have a list in our calendar, we'll have a list of the Bible stories that I want my kids to know by the end of the year, and I'm excited about that as well. Let's learn together, let's learn about our faith together, and yeah, this is a special moment for our family, and it's something very important to us, so I'm excited. Another thing, my older kids will be doing more subjects this year. Yeah, like formally, so not just me adding them, so they'll be doing more subjects this year, but I'll have separate videos of what my kids will be doing and showing us everything like I always do. What's new for Entle, my 3-year-old, is I want to start introducing sit down work, like a lot of it, not like a lot, but just adding on what we're doing last year, because this year she's 3 turning 4, so yeah, we start doing more of that, but I'll share with you guys everything that we're doing. And what's new and exciting is that the activities that I've been doing with her, like I know some people have asked me like separately to make those things available, and I've shared with some people like free of charge. So what I'm going to do this year, I will have that material available for you guys to download. Some of the stuff will be free, and some of the stuff it will be like small change, like $1 or something like that. So I will have those things available on my store on Teachers Pay Teachers, but I'll let you guys know as soon as everything is set and ready to go. So there will be a lot of free printables that you guys can just download and do with your kids. Sia, my youngest, is turning 2 this year, so which means Sia needs to start learning formally. So I'm excited about that. I'm going to start introducing things to her. Hi, babe.
I don't know that you eat.
Now we're gonna eat this. We're gonna go buy food.
Okay.
Sorry, that was Enche. So Sia is turning 2, and I want to start introducing preschool to her. So she'll be doing a lot of hands-on activities, to be honest, and just some of the things like my worksheets, something that I do. It's not like I'm going to buy a box curriculum for my 2-year-old. No, I'm not gonna do that. No, I don't like that idea. So I'll be just mixing things up, but just making sure that she is developing and learning, because she's 2, hey, and then next year she'll be 3. So yeah. Also, what's exciting and new, I'll be utilizing the free books, more free books. Guys, if you know a website or an app where we can get free books, please just let me know, because I love free books. Even if it's audiobooks or just free books, that's what I want to do. I want to do more of those, and I'll be using Amazon. I saw Amazon has a number of free books available there, so I'll be using those books. I'll be incorporating those books in our lessons, or maybe in our circle time, or in our quiet time, or whatever, but I'm planning to incorporate that. Another thing that's new and exciting for us is I won't be renewing books at the library. I'm saying it's exciting because you can renew books at the library. Like I think you can renew twice, so you can take the books out and then you can renew and renew. I don't want to do that this year, and I know why, because that will force us to read all the books that we take out at the library. So each child is allowed to take 6 books. So I normally have, so what's 6 times 5, right? And what's 6 times 5? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 30. 6 times 5 is 30 books. So I want us to read those books and don't renew them when it's time to return them. So we must make sure that we've read all those books. I think that's an exciting challenge for me and for my kids, so they know that if there's a book they want to read, they have to make sure that they read it, or else it's going back. and then I just want to introduce that, and I think I'm looking forward to that, and it's going to force us to read a lot of books. Like, that's the plan. That's new. Like, that's, my kids love books. My older ones, you know, even the young ones, they can't read as yet, but they will be paging through books, and that's what I want for them. So yes, we're not renewing books this year. No, baby, don't eat that. I'm just eating it really. Yeah, don't eat that. So we won't be renewing books. So we're just taking books out, and then you have to read all of them, because when you're returning, we're returning. Okay. The last thing in the new things is I want to be intentional about sharing the small moments and the small wins with you guys. I know that I'm not so good with vlogs, but I just want to incorporate them because they're so nice. You know, when you look back and you look at the kids, how much they've grown, and the places that you've been to, that kind of stuff. Another thing that we're introducing is we want to learn more about our city. You know, we want to be intentional about learning more about where we are and visiting places and that kind of stuff. So I feel that will go hand in hand with our field trips. So as we are learning about our city, then we're gonna visit like museums or certain places, you know. So, and in trying to keep that memory, I'm gonna try and vlog. I want to vlog those field trips, and hopefully you guys will enjoy those, and I know I will enjoy looking back at the places that we've been, because you know, some of the places we drive past with the kids, but we've never really paid attention or maybe learn about the history about that place, or you know, that kind of stuff. So I'm so excited to learn about everything, the tree, the river, the soil, and everything about my city. Yeah, that's something new. Thank you so much, guys, for watching until the end. I really appreciate you, and I hope you enjoyed this video as I was reflecting on 2021. And I'll have a separate video where I'll be sharing um, my reflections, but now more on a personal brand point of view, like how things went in 2021 and what we are changing this year going forward. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you haven't already, please subscribe.